Okay, it's a Thursday, getting ready to be a Friday, so we'll call it Thursday Eve, okay, or Friday Eve. Anyhow, I got word that the Blue River is stocked. Even saw a few reports already coming in that some folks are catching a few. That said, we did see one in particular that looks like a mott fly is going to be another key fishing fly to use for this year. So that said, the season's here, so let's give a little toast to that. Anyhow, I've been getting some questions. Hopefully, I'll have some answers for you, specifically about the blue. And, well, it just happens that we have a few videos that are already posted on our website, or on our YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and take you there. Okay, so, well, first things first. Where is the blue? The Blue River is over there in Tishomingo, or near Tishomingo, Oklahoma, from the DFW area, North Texas. It takes about an hour, 45 minutes. The way I remember it is about 40 minutes or so once you get past Choctaw, the casino over there. So it's well within a day trip from the DFW Metroplex. So keep that in your back pocket, Tishomingo, Oklahoma. And one of the first things that we want to point out on our YouTube channel is the Blue River, Oklahoma Fishing Places to Fish playlist. And in there, that playlist has this one in particular that talks about the Blue River, some certain areas that you want to try fishing, specifically Desperado Springs, Hughes Crossing, and north and south of Highway 7. In particular, north of Highway 7, you've got the catch and release area, a very popular place to maybe catch a bruiser or two. But remember, you got to release them. It's no bait, and it's fishing flies and barbless hooks. So keep that in your back pocket when you're trying to go catch a bruiser up there at the catch and release section. And then one lesson learned from the past is you want to park at the furthest west parking area from the river, and that actually is the closest access to the catch and release area. I think it's like maybe 25, 30-minute walk if you want to walk it. So keep that in your back pocket. Blue River Fishing, learn to fish by our trials and errors, in particular, places to fish. And that one's this video here. Okay, other things. How do you prep for it? Well, there's a lot of folks that don't fly fish. So, of course, you got the Powerbait, Trout dough bait, and other power rigs or Powerbait rigs. So we posted way back when a article on Hub Pages. Now it's called Sky Above Us, and it's the Powerbait fishing rigs. And in there it talks about Powerbait Trout dough bait, in particular the natural glitter trout bait that has a garlicky scent. That one's pretty good. And then how yours truly, the team as well, sets up a Powerbait rig. So do check that one out right here. There's a lot of information there, and it's in Sky Above Us. And just do a quick search on Powerbait fishing rigs, Hub Pages, or Sky Above Us, and you'll see it there. I'll also put a link in the video here, or in the description of the video. So check that one out. Ultralight fishing gear. Go with 4 to 6 pound tests. You'll be good to go. Set up your rig and some trout bait. If you also want to try maybe some spinning gear, ultralight rigs, definitely recommend stomping over there at Scotty's and see if they've got the latest and greatest baits as well as lures. In particular, you've got the Super Duper. That's always been a good one over there, as well as Rooster Tails. And there's a few of those MEP spinners, as well as, I'm trying to remember now, not the Super Duper, Castmasters in a small size. Those tend to be doing very well there. And that said, if you are a fly fisherman, it's a classic place to go and give it a shot with some fishing flies. But if you don't have a fly rod, or if you are still learning how to fish with a fly rod, you can always go with a bubble fly rig, setting up a bubble fly rig. And we've got some videos there that talk about how to set up for that. And what's nice about it with these bubble fly rigs is you can set up, be it a fishing fly, or in some cases we'll use those power bait worms or mouse tails as the lure instead of the fishing fly, and that works well too. So keep that in your back pocket as well. If you're not going to fly fish, but you do want to use some of the fishing flies, give that one a shot. And then, of course, more details on fly fishing without a fly rod. That's in the videos as well. Some key things to take away from it is there's a case where we've had it before. There's a case where we had it before where it's still fishing a fly, but we've taken, be it the Castmaster, Super Dupers also, but we typically use a Castmaster. We'll take the treble hook off, put a leading or a trailing about 10-inch, 12-inch piece of mono, put the fishing fly on there, and we'll cast that out. And so we get a further cast. We also get it down where the fish are, reel it in, be it at a steady rate or a fast rate, and they get attracted to the spoon, and they turn around and strike at the fly. So keep that one in your back pocket as well when you're thinking about making a trip up to the Blue, as well as some other places, especially later on when they start stocking the trout in the local ponds and whatnot here in Texas. Now, it'll be coming up later in November, I believe. There'll be a schedule coming out, as well as the first trout stocking. So keep aware of that one. These all work in those ponds. So at the Blue, they work. Local ponds will work for them too, for the stocked trout. Other thing you want to keep in mind, that we're just recently, I think just last week, I think I posted a fly tying video of 3 specific fishing flies: the mop fly, the olive near deer, and then the John Deere. This is one that we like fishing in a tandem rig typically, where we'll have either a lead mop fly or a lead olive near deer, and then we'll have that trailing John Deere, or we'll have a trailing gold rib hare's ear nymph, or some type of nymph. Typically has been a go-to one for us when the fish are tight-lipped. Having that lead tandem rig trailing with a nymph typically will get you a fish to strike. So keep that in your back pocket as well. All right. And then, of course, on the channel, we've got various past trips that you want to take a look at. And in there, I typically try pointing out some of the things that I observe, some of the things that I'm doing, so that maybe, like we say from the motto of the channel, learn to fish by our trials and errors. So, something to keep in mind for going up to the Blue in particular. Yeah, those rocks get really slippery, so you definitely want to have a stick, wading stick. I use one that I picked up years ago, and then I put some athletic tape and whatnot on it, and that's what I use. But you can use a commercial staff or whatnot. But definitely have that, because it is very slippery and there's a lot of rocks there. Additionally, I personally like using cleated cleats on my wading boots, and then definitely have some waders on. I went earlier this year using some hip waders. By the time I go up there this next round, probably use the pants waders. And then later on in the year, got the heavier 3mm neoprene ones. So when it's really cold and I still want to fish, we'll definitely have those, and that goes all the way up to the chest. So wading stick, waders, cleated wading boots. Also have those polarized glasses, because you want to be able to see those fish and maybe do some side casting to them, as well as see some of the structure down below, so you don't step in the wrong place and maybe slip. Oops, you know what I mean? Additionally, you definitely have to have a stringer if you're going to keep what you want. Make sure you have that tag, so you're going to have your name on it, and then your customer number or fishing license number on the tag itself, and you can't share that stringer, so be aware. You catch your limit, put it on the same stringer that you're using, and don't share it with another, because I believe that heard from some others that is typically the #1 ticket that is cited for folks that are fishing up in Oklahoma, as they're sharing a stringer specifically for those trout. All righty. Also, what you want to keep in your back pocket is, do stop over there at Scotty's One Stop over there at the Blue River. It's right at the entrance as you go into the used crossing section. I think they call it Area 2. A couple of things there. You can usually get the latest and greatest lowdown on what's happening on the river, when it was last stocked, conditions. And if you don't want to make the drive up there, you can always call, and they definitely answer and give you the latest. And they don't water it down. They'll tell you if it's good. They'll tell you if it's bad. They'll tell you not to come in some cases. Had that happen a couple of times. And that shout out to Scotty. That was some great info not to do that and just wait till the next week to come. So do stop there. And then later on, if you do get hungry, stop by for a burger. If Scotty's there, you'll get a Scotty burger. If not, you'll get a burger. Any case, it's a pretty good burger, especially after a long day out there fishing. All right. So all for now. Do check out the Blue River Fishing Public Hunting and Fishing page on Facebook. They are pretty good at giving you the latest and greatest updates to the Blue River. If you are on Facebook, and then of course, if you like to talk to someone, you always give Scotty's a call and get the lowdown on the Blue River. All right. So hopefully, till next time, we'll catch you out there, and good luck and good fishing, and maybe we might see y'all out there on the Blue.